Yup, it's that time already. We are officially 1 month away from Apple's next event, and that would be their annual September event, which they hold like clockwork every single year. And of course, we know a lot already about what products to expect at that event, including, of course, the new iPhone 15 Pro and the regular iPhone 15, the new Apple Watch Series 9, including an update to the Apple Watch Ultra, and a couple of surprise products that a lot of people aren't really talking about. So for this video, I want to go over everything we can expect at Apple's usual September event, and also kind of talk about when this event is actually going to take place, because I think I have the dates pretty much nailed down at this point. So let's go into everything, and let's start with the iPhone 15. So the iPhone 15 is going to be a pretty big upgrade this year, according to Mark Gurman. He is saying it's going to be the biggest iPhone update in the last 3 years. And the last few iPhone updates have been pretty incremental, so that is exciting. Now, when he says it's the biggest iPhone update in the last 3 years, he is talking very specifically about the real flagship iPhone, the iPhone 15 Pro. So the iPhone 15 Pro is rumored to be getting a redesign this year by using new LiPo technology, which is going to reduce the bezels around the iPhone. Apparently, inside of Apple, this has been a passion project of theirs to get a phone that basically has no bezels. And according to Mark Gurman, this is just one more step into making that a reality. And apparently, this is going to reduce the bezel of the iPhone 15 Pro pretty significantly. Apparently, when this phone is released, it is going to have the thinnest smartphone bezels in the world. And that is not a title that Apple has held for quite some time. So that in itself is actually pretty exciting. I don't know what they're going to do with that extra screen real estate. If they're reducing the bezels, it could technically mean that maybe the screen size is going to get slightly larger, or maybe they're going to shrink the physical footprint of the regular iPhone 15 and the iPhone 15 Pro Max. It's going to be interesting to see how Apple gauges that. Are they going to increase screen size or bring the device size down? No rumors on that, but we'll see when it comes out. The other exciting design rumor with the iPhone 15 Pro, something I'm really excited for, is the fact that these are going to be now getting titanium finishes on the sides instead of stainless steel. So with titanium, it is not only stronger than stainless steel, but it is lighter as well. So you can expect some weight reduction, which I think the Pro Max desperately needs. Of course, there is going to be some other updates as well besides the new finish and the reduced bezels. And one of the most exciting ones, I think, for a lot of people is going to be USB-C, but not just USB-C, because the current rumors are saying that the iPhone 15 Pro is, in fact, going to be getting Thunderbolt USB-C, which is going to lead to super fast data transfer rates. I mentioned before in the last video I did on the iPhone 15 that I shoot video on my 14 Pro Max all the time, and one of the issues I ran into is that these file sizes for 4K video are getting extremely large, so it takes a while to airdrop them. So this is a feature that I think I am looking forward to a lot, because I love shooting video on my iPhone, and I can't wait to just be able to offload that directly to my Mac with super fast data transfer rates. And then for a lot of other people, I think they're just going to be happy because it's a USB-C port, so you could technically charge your iPhone, your MacBook, and your iPad all with one single USB-C cable. But I think average customers like my mom might be a little bit upset, because they're going to be like, wait a minute, I got to buy a new cable. I have all these cables already. Now you're telling me I got to buy a new cable. So I think it's going to be a mixed bag when it comes out. I think mark these words. I think you're going to see articles coming out that are like, oh, well, Apple is trying to make the customer buy more cables, and they're trying to get them to spend more money, when, if you're in the tech sphere, you just know that isn't the case, and Apple has resisted switching to USB-C for a long time. But, clickbait articles are they're going to be clickbait. Another big upgrade, which happens with every iPhone, is the camera, right? You're going to get bigger sensors, you're going to get better lens technology, but the big upgrade for the 15 Pro Max this year specifically is that it is going to have a new 5x or a new 6x zoom range, which is going to replace the 3x camera. I think that is much needed, because the iPhones really do have poor zoom quality. And then again, Apple introduced that 2x mode with the 48 megapixel sensor last year. So the 3x, at least to me, feels a little bit redundant. But current rumors say the smaller Pro model will not be getting that zoom lens. So it might be an even better reason to go for the Pro Max this year. Now, the bad news about all of this is when you're talking about smaller bezels with new display technology, an action button is coming on the 15 Pro, a titanium finish, more zoom range on that Pro Max. apparently we are in for a price increase this year on the Pro models. Now, they will be starting apparently at 256 gigabytes of starting storage, but current rumors are saying that the price is going to increase by $100. So for the starting price for an iPhone 15 Pro, apparently that's going to come in at $1,099. And then for the iPhone 15 Pro Max, that's going to start all the way at $1,199. Which does kind of stink. And you never want to see a price increase on phones, but with the new titanium finish, with the new display technology, with the just general lineup of the iPhone 15, when you look at the iPhone 14, apparently the 14 and 14 Plus did not sell well, but that's because I think they were priced so closely to the Pro models. But speaking of the regular iPhone models, the iPhone 15 might be more enticing this year. Number one, they're supposed to stay the same price, so $799 for the base model 15, then $899 for the Plus model. But then they're also getting a lot of upgrades that were exclusive to the 14 Pro last year. So they are getting the dynamic island, they are getting the A16 chip, and they are also getting the 48 megapixel sensor. Those were all exclusive features to the Pro model last year. It's kind of like a Frankenstein phone, right? It's getting features from the 14 Pro and then integrating that into the normal 15 model. But it is also kind of like a remix too, because it is getting newer features as well. And I think the newest feature for that would be, yes, the port is changing on that base model too. So it's moving from a Lightning port to a USB-C port. I don't know if it'll be a Thunderbolt port. I don't know if it'll have that super fast data transfer rate, but at least it will be in line with the charging standards set forth now by like every other Android phone and every other device on the market right now, it seems like. It will be getting new colors. So one of the rumors is a new green color and then a new like bright pink color. So that might be something that's exciting to you. For the Pro models, the colors sound less interesting. Apparently it's a deep red, which I don't think looks all that great, or another blue color, which Apple's kind of done in the past. With Apple switching over to USB-C on the iPhone 15, they are going to have to update a lot of their accessories, because if you look at AirPods and AirPods Pro, they have the Lightning port still on them. So it's going to be weird if you buy an iPhone and then you go to buy these very popular accessories with your iPhone and they still have the old Lightning port. Yeah, that is going to be very weird. It's not going to go over well for people if they have to charge their AirPods with a different cable. So I think we're going to see a new version of AirPods Pro that come with a USB-C case, and also a new version of the regular AirPods that also come with a USB-C case. I don't know if there's going to be any other updates. Like, these products aren't that old, so I really think that what we can expect for them is just an updated case, and there is precedent for this. When AirPods 2 came out, Apple sold a optional wireless charging case. Like, that was the new feature. Like, you could wirelessly charge the case, and Apple sold that case separately. So I would not be surprised if Apple does like a similar strategy here, where they, refresh the AirPods, they sell by default with a USB-C case. But then if you have the older pair of AirPods and you want a USB-C case, I kind of feel like Apple's going to sell that as like an additional option. A bigger update might be a new version of AirPods Max. So again, this is another product that has a Lightning connector to it. So I feel like Apple's going to want to upgrade that to USB-C very quickly. But Apple did just release the new Beats Studio Pro, and those had a lot of nice features on them. So they had USB-C, and then you could do lossless audio through USB-C. So I could see that definitely coming to AirPods Max. I mean, Apple Music does have lossless audio music quality, and they really don't have a pair of headphones that you can play that on. So switching the AirPods Max to USB-C, getting that lossless audio connection, I think Apple will probably do something like that, right? And then on top of that, I feel like we could expect like the H2 chip to come to AirPods Max. We could probably expect some better noise cancellation coming to the AirPods Max too, because AirPods Pro improved that noise cancellation. And it's so good now that it's like almost better than what you can get on like those over-ear headphones, and like the sound quality on AirPods Pro 2, just phenomenal. So I feel like a lot of those improvements are going to come over to an updated version of AirPods Max as well. Like, Apple even demoed with iOS 17 some new features coming to AirPods Pro 2 with like an adaptive transparency mode, where it can switch kind of like between transparency, but then like when you hear a harsh sound, it'll switch to like the noise cancellation mode. And that is exclusive to AirPods Pro 2, apparently, because of like the updated chip. So That's like a feature that should come to AirPods Max as well if they do an updated version. So I definitely feel like it's time to update the AirPods Max. And yeah, I feel like it's an older product. They can probably solve some of the issues they've had with like connectivity with AirPods Max 1, and by switching over to like the new H2 chip, bringing a lot of features that AirPods Pro 2 have by default over to that more expensive pair of headphones, then adding other things like the USB-C connection. Yeah, I feel like that's got to happen, right? Like I feel like it's going to be at the September event. If not, then very soon after. Let's move on to something we haven't really talked about all that much, and that is the Apple Watch Series 9. Now, the reason why I haven't talked a lot about the Series 9 on the channel is because there haven't been too many rumors regarding this product, and the latest rumors do make it sound like it's going to be a pretty incremental upgrade. So last year, the Series 8 was also an incremental upgrade. Like the only really new feature that it had was that it came with a body temperature sensor. That was like the new health feature for last year. But the Series 9 this year apparently is not going to have any new health features. And there's really not a lot rumored. Like apparently the biggest upgrade coming to the Series 9 is just going to be the overhaul for watchOS 10, which is really a big overhaul and does kind of change the way your Apple Watch works. It's probably the biggest overhaul to the Apple Watch just in general for like the last 3 years, just from a software update. But apparently we are finally getting a chip upgrade. So it's been 3 years since we've seen a speed performance increase on the Apple Watch. And apparently this time with the Series 9, we're going to be getting a new and improved S9 chip with faster performance and better efficiency, which could lead to longer battery life. So that is nice to see. Now, maybe a more exciting rumor about the Series 9 is apparently it's going to be coming in like a new pink color. Some of the rumored like renders and mock-ups for this make it look like a really bright pink color, which if they do it in that like really bright, vivid pink color, I actually think that's going to be a very popular model, and I think it's going to sell a lot. It's got Barbie energy, right? That watch, that's got Kenergy. That's all I'm saying. And then after that, there's also rumors that the titanium Apple Watch Ultra, which I am wearing right now, that is going to be getting the same S9 upgrade, but it's also going to now come in a space black titanium version. So you're going to have two options, either this silver titanium version or a new deeper black titanium version. So yeah, not too many exciting rumors about the Apple Watch Series 9 and the new Apple Watch Ultra, but at least they are getting a processor bump, and at least, maybe you'll get like a nice fresh coat of paint on them. But again, it's an Apple Watch. Like, you shouldn't be upgrading your watch every year. These are products that are kind of designed to be more like accessories to your phone, and they've been good for a while. So I feel like the Apple Watch isn't like an iPhone in terms of upgrades. Like, we shouldn't expect like really great upgrades every year. It's kind of more like the iPod when Apple was selling that. There would just be like all these iPod updates, and they would always add just like very little things or just tweak the design very slightly. Now, when can we expect this Apple September event to take place? Well, obviously in September, right? But what date? There's two dates I have in my mind. So one of them would be Wednesday, September 6th. And I say Wednesday instead of Tuesday. Usually Apple does events on Tuesday because Tuesday is Labor Day. So that's like a long holiday weekend for Apple employees. I know the events are live streamed now, but I still feel like Apple wouldn't want to do it the day after like a holiday. So Wednesday, September 6th would probably be the earliest this event would take place. Or I actually think that maybe it could take place next week on Tuesday, September 12th, if they wanted to hit that Tuesday date. And the most recent last minute rumors is apparently major cell phone companies are telling people to get ready for Wednesday, September 13th for the launch date of the phone. So that's the most recent information I have. Actually made the video before this information came to light. So the Apple event might actually take place on Wednesday, September 13th, which wouldn't be too strange, right? Considering last year, Apple held this event on a Wednesday as well. Obviously, when this event is held, it will be held at the usual time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's probably going to be live streamed to YouTube and all that other stuff because Apple's been doing these events where they're pre-recorded and live streamed. So there's no rumor saying they're going to do a live keynote anymore. So it should be interesting though. I'm really excited for the iPhone 15 Pro specifically this year, even though the Apple Watch updates don't sound too exciting. maybe a black titanium Apple Watch Ultra will win me over. But what do you think about all of these leaks and rumors? Are you excited for Apple's September event? Do you plan on buying any of the new products? Let me know in the comments below. As always, if you liked this video and you found it informative, please give me a like. If you want to see more, make sure you're subscribed. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Had a bit of a cold. Sorry for the nasally voice through the whole video. But yeah, hope you still found it enjoyable. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.